fifth and final round of the group stage here at the Rugby World Cup, and today we've got a match-up that will see the final games for these two nations. One, we're looking forward to a quarter-final match-up in a week's time in New Zealand, whereas for the Uruguayans, it is ready to go home as their World Cup campaign will come to an end today. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back along to your home of rugby and our game of the day with the Rugby World Cup. The All Blacks versus Uruguay, and this will be the final outing for these two sides in contrasting situations from the Rugby World Cup. The All Blacks, however, have not really taken the foot off the throat here, going with a very strong side in preparation for their quarter-final prospect match. Of course, looking through their side, there's a number of players returning from injury that are getting some good run-out time, as well as the future throughout this All Black side. It's good to see Tyrell Lomax back from an injury taken earlier just for the Rugby World Cup, and of course, it will be the record-setting most capped Sam Whitelock who starts in the number 4 jumper. Youngster Tupavai will be alongside him with Frizzell and Kane, both returning from a recent injury to partner Jacobson in the back row. The mainstays there, Richie Mo'unga will once again run things from 10, and it's a good midfield combination of the recently injured Barrett with Leonard Brown, and the excitement in the outside backs. Look out for Fainga'anuku, Jordan and McKenzie. On the flip side of things, for the Uruguayans, there's plenty to be positive about their World Cup campaign so far, especially the work of Kessler, who has been phenomenal in the middle of that front row, and when you look at their back row, it's been extraordinary performing as well. At the number 6, Ardeo has been a standout for anyone who's jumping on fantasy rugby this year. Of course, Santiago Arata was a superstar player before the World Cup began and has staked his claim even higher as the tournament's gone on. Flair Bitsavidi has been a standout, the number 10 jumper, and of course Nicholas Freitas on the left wing has been one to watch for his try-scoring abilities. Of course, there's plenty on the outside as well. Gaston Medes and Rodrigo Silva will look to stamp their claim with a rare chance to impress at the Rugby World Cup. Plenty of ability on the bench as well, with some new names in the All Blacks. So it's good to see Ethan Blackadder getting a chance to impress after his call-up through injury into this All Blacks squad. And of course, look out for what the backs can do here. For the Uruguayans, Omarche and Brachesi are certainly talented backs who can set this game alight should the option arise later. And of course, to kick things off, the All Blacks will sit down for the haka. Well, some interesting calls being made here by the All Blacks. No Aaron Smith in the line-up, which means the haka being led by Sam Cane, the captain. As we are ready for kickoff, Uruguay in the blue, and it's the All Blacks, of course, in the black as we are underway. And a good kickoff taken down there from Diana, and an early mistake from Uruguay has very quickly opened the door for the All Blacks to attack just inside the Uruguayan half. Here's Vai going for a little sniping run around the fixtures, and that will be back for the early knock-on from a man we identified as a real talented, dangerous player, Nicholas Freitas on the left wing. The All Blacks feed to the scrum. Cameron Wigard running the show from number 9 tonight. Goes short to Mo'unga. Takes on the defensive line. Good tackle straight up there from Valasika. Take it down very quick in attack from the captain. Here's Jordy Barrow. A couple of wide balls out to Lester Fainga'anuku. Here goes back and fairness. Antonina Brown stepping and passing his way through. Breaking tackles for fun. Antonina Brown puts the All Blacks on the board early. Well, it didn't take much. A bit of width, a bit of deception, and a big back inside line from Antonina Brown. Look at all these cut-out passes. Fainga'anuku did well. The dummy, the step, and then a little bit of power just to finish it off from Antonio Brown to get away from Rodrigo Silva at the back. And a classy finish from a man who's had a few opportunities throughout this World Cup. Of course, spent a bit of time in the starting lineup with the injury to Jordy Barrett, but now back in the action as the backup alongside Jordy Barrett tonight. And that is a very good kick from Richie Malanga. Nicely early on the money, gets the extra 2 points. And the All Blacks lead this one 7 points to 0 over Uruguay after just 9 minutes of action. Quickly back underway. Lorenzo-Vidi, and it's taken up through Tyrell Lomax, and a big turnover now. Uruguay on the attack, carving up through the guts. Great run there through the midfield from Incarate. On the 22 now, Arata has a little going south.
Release.
Big opportunity here for Uruguay. Another pick and go, that time from Tiana. Big number 8 getting involved. More from the forwards. We're going back to Arata. Now they look to get a bit more expansive. Kessler takes it to ground. Flirting around this 22-metre line. Oh, that's a big tackle from Lomax, and turnover as well. Big play from Cody Taylor. Roygaard straightened things up.
Release.
And the All Blacks with a chance now to fire it out wide. Jordy Barrett, 1-on-1 again with Silva. Great tackle in the back. Rodrigo Silva on the action at the moment, nearing the 20-minute mark. The All Blacks easily make up the metres. Roygaard goes down the short side, another couple of metres. Tuangafasi opens it up. Jordy Barrett again. Here's Roygaard in midfield. Great little ball inside. Cody Taylor got the pace of it back. And again, it's a great desperate tackle from fullback Silva. More offloading from Taylor. Lomax. The All Blacks making easy metres up the field here. 35 out from the Uruguayan line. Roygaard drops it off short. Good run there from Jacobson. Cross obviously a different name in that number 8 jumper for the All Blacks. It's not A. Savia. Roygaard holds it up. Goes into a good tackle there from the big man, Lindecker. Jacobson. Oh, straight through Cody Taylor. A number of line breaks from the big All Black hooker today already. Ball's back quickly. Roygaard goes flat to Muvai. He's just 10 metres short. More good defence in the back from Uruguay. This time, it's matched up with very good breakdown work. Now can they break out? Arata giving out wide. And looks like they are fond of running this here, the Uruguayans. A bit of numbers and a bit of space as well. It's a good run there for finding touch for Abiolo. And a little bit fancy there from Uruguay, trying to take a leaf out of the All Blacks book. Gain themselves 15 or so metres for finding touch. Now Cody Taylor will throw, just getting it to Vai in the nick of time. Good competition there from Indica. And they maul the All Blacks. Great ball from the pack. Everyone's joining in. Lester Whanganuku at the back. Now they'll go around Shorty Barrett on the short side. Lester Whanganuku back around the corner. Here's off for Tuangafasi. And again, a great piece of work from the Uruguayan pack. And they'll have it in there in 22. Now look to run it out once more. Sanglatini having a chance. The big loose head prop. Little width to the left-hand side. Trying to force their way through there. As they come away from that corner. Opening it back up into the centre of the park. Adeo with another run. Uh-oh, this is bad news for Uruguay. They're going to lose the ball, and they do. It's a little drop goal attempt, is it, from Roygaard? It's hit the crossbar. Oh, Jordy Barrett! Flying through the air to claim the ball. That is why you chase every kick. Oh, magical play from Jordy Barrett. Now, I'm not sure what Roygaard was trying to plot here. Took it off the back. Was indeed a drop goal. It didn't have the legs. Crossbar. And Jordy Barrett flew over the head of a very, very bemused Incarate. And it took the ball travelling over the line. That is a great try for the All Blacks. Opportunistic. It just shows you've got to put that effort in regardless whether it's the first or the last minute. Whether it's Uruguay or whether it's France, it does not matter. The effort from the All Blacks so far has been right up there. And Uruguay certainly showing about what they can do as well. Back to halfway for the 2-minute kickoff. We are nearing the halftime break. It's been a very good defensive half so far from the Uruguayans. That's a wide on ball to Kane. He slipped it back to Will Jordan, who have hardly talked about today, Will Jordan. Back to Jordy Barrett. He'll drill this into touch. They've had enough, the All Blacks. They're off to half-time. The game not going quite as I'd like here. Dominant display, but the points certainly not being on the board as they only lead by 14-0. Uruguay tenacious in defence, but also tenacious around the breakdown as well. 2 or 3 big steals in their own 22 has kept them really in this game. Despite only 33% of the ball, they'll be looking for points, points and points in the second 40 minutes. Let's see if they can do it. The All Blacks leading 14-0. Back to the half for Philip Bensamini. And he'll slug this one downfield for the All Blacks to run it back. And they do very well. Roygaard deceptively taking that in and flinging his way around traffic. That's a good take in the back there from Silva. Did you see go away, put it up now. Diana with support in tow. That's good from the Uruguayans. Keeping their numbers up around the breakdown. Singbatini, another good carry. Now they'll go short side. Oh, they've done very well manipulating the defensive line. He get on the outside as well. Excellent work from Fletis. Up towards halfway now. Go Uruguay. There's a hole there, and they'll keep passing it wide. Nice there for Menez. It's that midfield, and the ball is spilt. Oh, it would have been a magical moment for Uruguay. But Ardeo could not handle the heat. That was so good from Uruguay. Forcing the All Blacks to plug up holes. It wasn't even Ardeo either. It was Incarate.
Set.
So close to breaking the line of the All Blacks all the way through. Now it's back to the fence. Roygaard to Barrett. Back into Sam Whitelock. Great performance throughout this World Cup. Roygaard does well, and Jordy Barrett knocks it on. Well, the All Blacks proving that they are, in fact, human as well after a very good performance against the Italians. You watch this and you say, the Uruguayans are certainly in with a shout of being one of the best improved sides throughout this tournament.
Crouch.
Great
Bind.
performances.
Set.
So come up against one of the world's best. Aside from points on the board, they have been very good at holding ball, playing the game very well as that one's kicked out in the full. Well, you give them a little bit of credit, and they go and do something completely marbles like that. Not the best play at all, and Etcheverry would hope to have that one back for another go. Cody Taylor won't mind though, he'll throw this to the line now for the All Blacks, but it's solid at the back! Willie will get a chance to redo it, great play there from Bianchi, and now they'll go out to the right hand wing, Menez, around the corner he goes, Faingluku left for dust, but saved by Damien McKenzie for the All Blacks. Now they'll keep it tight.
Not releasing.
Penalty New Zealand, oh that's poor. So close to doing the miraculous. Gaston Menez did so well, outpacing Faingluku, but couldn't quite get away from that narrow corner where Damien McKenzie was patrolling. And the kick from Richie Mo'unga was absolutely dead-eye as well. Great steal though from Bianchi. Can he do it again? Not quite. This one goes to the middle. Vahi's the man. The All Blacks just 14-0 up after 60 minutes of this fixture. I'm wondering where the next points would come from. Here is Shannon Frizzell up there in the 22.
Release.
Roygaard gives it off to Lomax. Oh, great turnaround play. And now it's Lester Faingluku looking for a bit of revenge, but he doesn't find it. Got down the channel, but come up against a very solid defensive work of Rodrigo Silva. He puts him into touch. Jermaine Kessler to throw. Great line there, taken from Dottie. Are they going to run? Are they going to kick here, Uruguay? They go straight up the guts and a knock on from Captain Andres Villasika. Has put them on the back foot again, and here comes Whanganuku once more. Looking for that power game. Gets an extra couple of metres as well. Mackenzie's up on the line. That's always a dangerous sight. There's Cody Taylor. There's no real interest in playing that one out, and lets it go to ground.
Crouch.
All Blacks
Bind.
have the scrum feed. This one is just about 7 metres out from the Uruguayan line. And a great All Black scrum as well. Now the options, where are they? Ruigard, Moanga going a bit alone here. Wide long turns it back into Taylor, who's had a lot of ball today already. Ruigard once more, flat, Selena Brown, width on the ball to Damien McKenzie! Up in the line from fullback, McKenzie grabs number 3. And that little glimmer of hope that the Uruguayans had have been dashed. But I tell you what, dashed on their own inability to score tries. If they could have got something over, it could have been a different game for Uruguay. But McKenzie puts it in. The All Blacks grab number 3. Well, Richie Mo'unga has been on fire, not only off the tee, but also off the boot. As we completely put the mockers on him. That one is a straight. After saying he's kicked so well, he puts one wide. To the left it goes. The score remains 19 points to 0. 9 minutes to play. Well, certainly not what many of us expected here to be in this one. The All Blacks had a high expectation. This was going to be 40, 50, 60 points on the board. But Uruguay come to play, and they've had a lot of ball in this game as well. Here is Kane. Oh, the ball has been pulverised out of his grasp. Great defence from the Uruguayans once more. That one a little bit slow, but it's coming back here for Uruguay. They've got a chance now. 10 out from the All Blacks line. Alata! Just about going all the way. Loses the ball though. Isolated. And, wow, a real sign of how Uruguay have played here. Will Jordan, under no illusion to mess with the Uruguayan breakdown. He drills this into touch. And with just 4 minutes to play, another opportunity arises. Oh, Sam Kane steals it to the back. Disappointing. Now the All Blacks will run. Barrett out to Leonard Brown. He's still got support on the left side. Dummies! Anton Leonard Brown will go all by himself. Whanganuku unrequired. But that is a real shock to the Uruguayan team. They are putting pressure on. They are putting themselves in positions. And Anton Leonard Brown has just taken over. Whanganuku was there. He was the danger man that they were lining up. But Anton Leonard Brown just used him as bait. Put his fishing line out there. And Uruguay took a big bite with, well, every single 15 pieces of mouth they had. Big chompers all around on that one. All Blacks extend the lead now as full-time rings. Richie Mo'unga, well, he's decided he's going for the trifecta. He's got one over, he's got one wide, and now he's slapped one against the post. That is unsuccessful. But the All Blacks win this one convincingly as I'd like. 24 points to 0. They would have loved to double that. But Uruguay, they came to put up a fight. And with a decent chunk of possession going their way as well, they did enough to put themselves in a good light. Full time goes, 24 points to 0. New Zealand over Uruguay, but one man stood out here for the All Blacks. That was Anton Leonard Brown. 2 tries tonight. Jordy Barrett picked up 1, and Damien McKenzie showed his influence from fullback with a single try as well. Richie Mo'unga added 2 from the tee, and he hit 1 wide and 1 off the post for Uruguay's 0. No real highlights to speak of. But look at that possession. I would have expected that to be a lot less for Uruguay. They did well. They competed, they charged, they were aggressive, and they did well to stay in this fight for a good portion of this matchup. Defensively, very close. The handling errors did cost them, and the All Blacks just many line breaks as Uruguay as well, which really puts a big surprising mark on how well this Uruguayan side did against the All Blacks, despite the scoreline not representing it. That is it from me for today's match of the day. I'll be back in tomorrow. We have France versus Italy, and then we have a pile of matches to come throughout the weekend as well. So I'll see you for those. As always, big thanks for coming by and checking out the game, and I'll see you all next time for plenty more from Rugby Challenge 4 and the Rugby World Cup. So until then, take care.